It's Stu from Retro Hollywood. Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. In a nutshell, this is the 1960s series that Sequest DSV ripped off in the 1990s. Voyage is better. My top 5 episodes. 5th place is The Phantom Strikes. One of the most famous episodes of the series. Great photography, great music, great script. Admiral Nelson, played by Richard Basehart, in front of you is not himself when a ghost, a phantom, appears on submarine sea view. And here is the ghost in question, played by Alfred Ryder. The final scene of this episode is one of the best written, most poetic moments in the history of television. 4th place is Jonah and the Whale. The Seaview's diving bell is swallowed by a giant whale. Admiral Nelson and a Russian scientist are inside the diving bell. They survive, and it's a rescue attempt to get them out. Jerry Goldsmith is generally regarded as one of the greatest, very greatest film composers of all time. Well, guess what? He scored this episode of Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, and it is one of my very favourite, if not my top number 1 favourite, Jerry Goldsmith score ever made. Number 3 is Secret of the Deep. Okay, the 3 main cast members of Voyage are first Richard Basehart, second the submarine Seaview, and third what you're looking at now, the flying submarine. I guess 4th place is the monsters, the Lost in Space monsters and aliens. Yeah. I have a very personal interest in this particular episode. In the 1970s I was a Voyage fan, but in the early 1980s when I was a young adult just out of high school, this episode appeared and Voyage suddenly catapulted into one of the great wonders of the world. It turned my life upside down, it changed my view on filmmaking, it changed everything. Secret of the Deep has everything. Mark Richmond in front of you, spies, yes, monsters, the flying sub, great music cues, catastrophe, disaster, science fiction. This has the works. If you only wish to watch one crazy Voyage episode, Secret of the Deep just might be it. Number 2 is The Cyborg. A famous Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea website bagged the crap out of this episode. Well, ignore every word those guys said. This is an absolute knockout. Part 1966 Batman, part Lost in Space. 2 Richard Baseharts. This is absolute dynamite hour of television. Part disaster movie, part science fiction. This really does have the works. And the music is from Alexander Courage, who had also scored the 1960s Star Trek. My favourite episode of Voyage is The Sky is Falling from Season 1. I can hear a million people saying, well, yeah, it's about bloody time you mentioned Season 1, Stu. Jeez. The first alien contact in an Irwin Allen series. For the record, I like all the 4 seasons of Voyage. There were only 9 stinkers in the 110 episode run of the series, and only 9 stinkers in a long series is an amazing achievement. Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea is an absolute blockbuster, and the 1961 movie is good as well. Stu from Australia, signing out.